Well, hello there, friends. A delicious dish made elegant. Very simple. Carrots poached in chicken stock instead of water. And we added some fresh thyme and some maple syrup to give a little sweetness to it. It's very simple. I know you're going to love it. Remember, thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to ring the bell. Okay, friends, well, let me show you how to make them. They're wonderful. I make them for the holiday all the time, but you can make them, you can make a holiday every day. Every day should be a holiday. Every day we live, we should be a holiday. It's true. Every day we're above ground is a celebration. If we live our life this way, I'll tell you, we'll be a lot happier. My friends, we're talking about carrots today. I don't know if you've ever had the carrots at the grocery store. You can buy them like that. It can't tell you if they're very fresh, because usually the green, if it's nice and pretty like this. Now this one is a little tight because it doesn't like the lights. But you know, it's nice and fresh, okay? That'll give you an idea of how fresh your carrots is. So the green, you can do a lot of things with it. I don't do much with it, to tell you the truth. I just cut them off, okay? And then we're gonna prepare our carrots. I know there's a lot of you out there that are gonna say, this is what you do with it. Please let us know what to do with those. My mom will probably use them for something. So now what do we do here? We want to peel these carrots, my friends. And very simple. I don't do anything different than anybody else. I just go slowly and I peel the whole carrots. By the way, I do save the peels, friends. I save them for stock. They're wonderful for stock. Everything. I don't want to put the green in the stock because I think it'll turn too green. So the stems or the flower or whatever they call the leaves. But you know, maybe we should put them in stocks. All right, so what do we do at this point here? We cut the green out, and then what we want to do here, we just want to make them a little prettier, so we just cut a little bit. We take a little paring knife, we just give them a little shapes, that's all. You certainly don't need to do that. You make sure your green is nice and clean. Now, if the carrots are very, very fresh, the green is going to stay on. This little top right here, it's going to stay on. If it's not very fresh, it'll come off. So we're going to find out how fresh they were, because they may come off. So I got them in a pot, just a pot where they can be in one single layer. A fry pan, use whatever you want, and it's kind of shallow. Flavoring, we're not going to give them much flavor. We're going to put 14 peppercorns. Don't be counting them, because I certainly do not. We're going to take some garlic, and we're going to put very, very, very thin garlic, okay? Like you could take a razor blade with this garlic and shave it, my friends. Now, just a little bit of garlic. We're going to poach it. It's going to give it a little flavor, right? And we're going to put our garlic all over the place right there. It's going to give it a nice little flavor. And I got enough right there. We're going to put some fresh thyme. What else could you use in there? You could use rosemary. You could use oregano. Whatever makes you happy, friends. That's the beautiful thing. Then we're going to put some butter. Yes. Yeah, I'll tell you this one right there. This one I'm going to save for later, because it's a little softer. I'm going to put some butter in there. Just make sure you measure carefully how much butter you're putting in. And if somebody thinks there's too much butter in your food, you just don't invite them again, okay? All right, so we got butter, peppercorn. We're going to put a little bit of salt. Now, I'm putting salt because I'm going to put some chicken stock on there, friends, because you can put water, but you know what I think of water. But sometimes water is fine to cook vegetables. It will be perfectly fine. But you know, I'm taking another opportunity here to give it a nice flavor to my chicken stock. That chicken stock right there, I'm not going to throw it away, my friends. Trust me, I'm going to use that chicken stock right there later on after I poach the cow. So use a vegetable stock, or just use just enough to cover them, right? Or just use water. Okay, just use water, it'll be fine. We're going to put a little bit of maple syrup. Now, I know in Canada they got a very thick maple syrup. But this one I kind of like very much. It's Stonewall Kitchen. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. Use whatever makes you happy. That's going to give us a little sweetness. And my friends, we are now going to braise them, poach them in the liquid, and we're going to put a little bit of nutmeg. I don't know if you've seen this nutmeg grinder yet. It's made by that company that does the microplane. They usually come up with pretty cool grater. I don't know, there's a thing in here on top of it. You can store them in here. I forgot how you open it up. But see, they're here, nutmeg. Right? You put them in here like this, and there's a grater right there. And look, and you see? And you can feel it grating it. You don't have to put nutmeg in there, but it's going to give you a je ne sais quoi. You see? Very simple, friends. Now we got a cover. Now, if you have a pot with a cover, you're in good shape. Let's put the cover on it. But to even do a better job, we're going to put a cartouche. I don't think I've ever showed you how to do a cartouche yet, but that's the old-fashioned way of keeping the steaming very low and keeping all the moisture. You take a piece of paper. You take a piece of paper, a parchment paper. You fold it in half. You fold it in half again. And then you're going to fold it this way, like you're not folding it in half, right? You're folding it this way, right? And then you're going to take this and you're going to fold it again this way on top of each other, right? And then you're going to fold it again until you have really, and then what you're going to do, you're going to measure half of your pot, whatever the half of the pot is. You see? Like right here, this will be the whole pot, so we're going to only measure the half. I'm guessing this is about a half. So I make a mark right there, and I cut a little bit of it in a round fashion. You certainly don't need to do that. And then what we're going to do, we're going to take this, and this is a simple cartouche. And now what we're going to do before we do this, we're going to cut a little hole in the middle to let some of the steams out. Like if you have a cover, you turn your top off and the steam will come out of your cover. But if you don't have a cover, then you make a little hole right here. And this makes a hole, and you have yourself what is called a cartouche. Let me tell you about this recipe, my friend. If you have a dinner party, you make them in advance. And at the last minute, you play them, you'll see they're really pretty, okay? Now we're going to turn it on. Very low heat. Certainly don't need a cover because I have a cartouche. And I'm going to cook them until they're tender. And after they're tender, we're going to take them out. We're going to check them with a very thin knife, and we're going to check them out. We'll finish them up, maybe seasoning, and we're going to serve them. They are fantastic to make in advance. I'll see you when they cook. Okay, friends, you will not believe the smell you get out of those. It's amazing. So we're going to take our cartouche out, and we're going to remove them. The smell is just amazing. So you know the beauty is now we have this beautiful chicken broth that it smells like $1 million. What's the smell of $1 million? I don't know, but it smells good. It smells good. We're going to put them in a serving dish right there, friends. And I'm telling you, it's just amazing. It smells beautiful. Now we have described a smell as beautiful. So, voila. And now at this point you could put a little more butter on top of it if you wanted to. Or you could just decide to put just a little bit of the broth on there, however you wish to do it. And you know, this belongs next to a steak, a chicken, a rack of lamb, anything. The beautiful thing is, what I love about doing those kind of carrots, my friends, is then they can be ready in advance. And all you have to do is just reheat them at the last minute. You can take a little bit of the broth, of course, add a little more butter to it, and just pour it right on top of it. And look how beautiful they are. Let me tell you, they're just gorgeous. Now, I know you're going to say, well, it's just carrots. Yeah, but it's carrots then we bought fresh. They were not in a bag for the last 17 years. Look like there's a piece of parchment paper there. No, I'm not sure what it is, but that's okay. So here we go. Look, right there. You see, look, they look absolutely gorgeous. So now I'm going to cut one just to show you. I like them to be very tender. It's just a matter of opinion what you like at this point, my friend. Okay, but I like them very tender. So look, I just cut them. See, they cut like, and it's a whole different dimension of eating carrots. So simple and yet so elegant and so simple. We'll serve them with different dishes. Now you know how to make them. I hope you make it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to ring the bell. Thanks for watching, friends. They are delicious. I just love them. And we're going to put some thyme in there so make them look pretty. See, look. Right? They got to look pretty. Otherwise, the people think it's just carrots. It is just carrots, right? But it's pretty carrots. And well, that's it. I think I got enough thyme. Otherwise, they're going to think it's thyme with carrots. Right. There you go, right there. That's it. Beautiful right there. We'll take a little picture of it. They look beautiful.